Hello friends, today I want to talk to you a little bit about how you should be able to see my videos, interpret my videos, analyze my videos from a more holistic perspective. Now, I've always tried that not to just do a spoon feeding kind of work where, for example, when I'm doing my videos on the Navamsa, so I would just not tell you that Venus in 12 houses in the Navamsa means these. I would always relate them back to how Venus being placed in your D1 chart, in your Lagna chart, will create its manifestation in lieu with its placement in the Navamsa. So one should be able to see both the placements holistically. Similarly, when I'm doing my videos of different planets from the moon, say for example Saturn in 12 houses from the moon, Jupiter in 12 houses from the moon, I gave you a more generic perspective so that you have some idea what it means. However, if you need to see it holistically, you should also be able to see exactly where moon is and exactly where that particular planet is. So for example, when I did my videos yesterday about Venus being placed in the 12 houses from the moon, I tried to give you examples of not just Venus placed in the first house, second house, third house from the moon, but also if you place them into certain houses, then what the manifestation could be. Say for example, I talked about if Venus is 7th from the moon and moon is in the 10th house, Venus goes into the 4th house, what it means. Now, if say for example, if you don't look at it from that perspective, if you're not able to bring the placement of moon and Venus exactly where they are placed in the horoscope, but if you look at it only from a generic perspective, number of houses Venus is from the moon, then you may not get a complete idea of what it means. For example, say Venus is 6 houses from the moon. Now, will you say that if moon, say for example, is in the 4th house, Venus has gone 6th from the moon, which means Venus is in the 9th house? Will you say that its meaning is the same as when moon is in the 3rd house and Venus has gone into the 8th house, again 6th from the moon? Will the meanings be exactly the same? In the first case, where moon is in the 4th house and Venus has gone 6th from the moon in a trine house in the 9th house, in spite of being 6th from the moon, better gains will come, more assets will come, huge gains may come, prosperity, abundance, and number of good results will come. But on the other hand, moon in the 3rd house and Venus going into the 8th house, then moon being in the 3rd house means you will have to put in that much more effort, that much more hard work to be able to get results. And in spite of all your hard work, because Venus is in the 8th house, still you will have to overcome a lot of obstacles, challenges, problems, issues before you get results. So moon being in the 4th and Venus being 6th from it, being in the 9th house, is a very, very different perspective or analysis or result or output than when Venus is still 6th from the moon, but moon is in the 3rd house and Venus is in the 8th house. Because why? Because moon in the 3rd house means moon has gone 12th from its natural sign of Cancer. So it's 12th from its natural sign. And the other thing, if moon is in a tough sign, for example, moon in the 3rd house is in Virgo, or moon is in the 3rd house in Scorpio, or moon is in the 3rd house, for example, in Capricorn, then obviously there will be more challenges in the result rather than better results. So you need to be able to look at the manifestation of Venus from moon or any planet holistically rather than just put it in the Lagna, from the moon's Lagna you tell us. So anyways, for those people, because I saw 6-7 comments put in, why did you change the placement of moon and Venus? Why don't you put the moon in the Lagna and then tell us Venus's placement from there? So I will tell you about that. We'll make this video quick, but I tell you all the 12 placements. However, without looking in specifically which house Venus and moon are in your horoscope and analyzing from that perspective, you will not get a complete picture, a holistic idea of what the results may be, what the output may be. You will be misreading the placement of Venus from the moon if you don't look at its placement in your specific houses in your Lagna chart, and you will not be doing a proper job, a holistic job as well. So let's see how I've already explained moon and Venus together in the Lagna yesterday. I talked about how good looks and they will be beautiful, they may have good quality of life, number of good results may come from for them, and the status in society may also go because of Moon and Venus being together. A lot of material gains may also come in apart from good looks. So I've already talked about Moon and Venus being in the Lagna together. So in the second placement, the Venus has gone second from the Moon. So here it means that a lot of material results will come, tangible cash, liquid cash may come, a lot of savings may come, and the person may also get a lot of nourishment from food, from their salary, from their earning. A lot of good results may come for you. However, without being able to manifest Moon's placement, whichever house Moon is, without being able to manifest that, Venus's placement in the second from the Moon will not be able to give you those tangible assets, savings, nourishment, food, all sorts of good things in life. Second, this may also give you a chance of being involved in some sort of a profession related to your family or to some family member, or walking in the footsteps of a family member also. Now, if Venus on the other hand goes third from the Moon, which means Venus being third from the Moon, which means you have to put in that much effort or hard work, and you should be able to use your communication skills, your ability to influence people, your ability to be able to be very sophisticated and be able to market yourself very well, brand yourself very well, and through that you will be able to get a lot of good results. This is also good placement for doing something of your own, even on the social media, being in a certain sort of a placement or career, or doing something on your own, even from an artistic perspective. For example, teaching somebody or tutoring somebody on the arts, or tutoring somebody on finances, because Venus is also about finances, or tutoring somebody of the good life, a nourishing life, even a good life, and even an aristocratic life. Now, if Venus goes forth from the Moon, this is a splendid placement for making a lot of assets, tangible assets. This is not so much about money in the bank. This is more about how you can build property, you can have bungalows, you can have big mansions, you can have all the life's conveniences. So here the person will be given or gifted the better assets in life, the ability to be able to make more assets. However, without looking at Mars, which is the Karaka of property, and the fourth lord in your horoscope, how well it is placed, how strongly it is placed, you may not be able to make the most of it. So a good gain making placement, Venus from forth from the Moon, but without manifesting Moon's placement, without looking at the Karaka or the fourth house of assets, you may not be able to get the best gains on this placement. Venus fifth from the Moon, this is extremely good placement for all those people who are artists, all those people who are performers, people who like to sing, like to dance, maybe painters, anybody who likes to present and put themselves forward, or the artistic endeavor forward, their competency forward, even connected to finances, even connected to IT industry, even connected to the glamour industry. Artists, maybe actors, very, very good placement for that. So this gives you a lot of artistic denotation also, connected to money, finance, accounts also. However, so without being able to manifest the placement of Moon in the Lagna very well, not being able to empathize, not being able to attach yourself to certain artistic denotation, to a certain placement, to a certain area where you can make money from there, then Venus's placement fifth from the Moon will make more sense. We'll also be able to bring that prosperity and abundance, and not Venus's placement. Just because it is fifth from Moon doesn't mean that prosperity, abundance is given to you. You need to look at the placement holistically in lieu with each other's energies. Then when Venus goes sixth from the Moon, this is a good placement of making a lot of money, because Venus is in the Artha Bhava from the Moon, but may not be in the Artha Bhava in your horoscope. The Artha Bhavas are the second house, sixth house, and the 10th house in your horoscope. So without looking at the Artha Bhavas, without being able to manifest those placements, you may not be able to make the most of it. This is more for serving manifestation of good results of abundance in your life. Because Venus is in the sixth house, this also means trouble, especially from a relationship perspective. This is also trouble with the colleagues. It could also be this could also be trouble with people who work below you. So as long as you are able to overcome the competition, the challenges at work, overcome the challenges in the relationship, then it can make a lot of money from you when you have a serving mindset. This can give you good careers where you have to serve high profile clients or high profile industries, like in resorts, in 5-star hotels, in fine dining areas, or being hairstylists, all glamour based service industries, rich industries, or connected to the rich people, to the elite, to the sophistication, those areas if the person is serving in, this can bring you a lot of gains from there. But you need to still be careful from a relationship point of view. Challenges there, challenges with your colleagues and challenges with the opposite gender as well. Now when Venus goes 7th from the moon, this is a very good placement of being able to get a lot of gains from your ability to be able to strike partnerships, to be able to work with people in a balanced relationship. The more better relations you are able to make, seek out and keep them stable, the better results you will keep. But again, it depends where moon is placed, where Venus is placed. However, this does give you that the more better relations you are able to make over a period of time, stable relationships, and have an emotional connect to people, then you will be able to get good results. And that's why I mentioned in yesterday's video, if moon is in the 10th and Venus is in the 4th, then your emotional connect with colleagues or with your boss will then be able to help you make assets. So that's how you should look at it holistically. If Venus goes 8th from the moon, then Venus in the 8th house from the moon means that you may have obstacles, challenges, issues connected to the more money coming in, the more assets coming in, the more abundance coming in, more prosperity coming in, especially if you are not able to keep the focus, attachment to the area where moon is placed. And also through these obstacle, challenges, issues, you may also be able to manifest your relationships better from a shared property, shared perspective also, because Venus is in the 8th house. So in a shared environment where you may make property or you may invest in property in a shared environment, there you may be able to get assets if Venus is placed strong in the 8th house. If not, then you may get challenges, issues, problems also, and also sicknesses related to the Venus in your life, or maybe the partner may or may not be keeping good health. Also, secretive love affairs also may come in, or unethical practices related to the 8th house may also come in. So you can make money from other people's money, from other people's investments, insurance, inheritance, all that perspective will also be coming. But challenges related to opposite gender, your health connected to your sexual organs, and problems from a relationship perspective may also come in. If Venus is 9th from the moon, so this is a very good placement that, and I've said this again in my video yesterday, the more you learn, the more you earn. The more qualifications you add, the more you are ready to go the distance to be able to learn from your experiences, the situation that you go through, the more money you will also be able to earn. And I talked about this in my yesterday's video, but some of you want, please put moon in the Lagna and from that perspective talk. And this could also mean that you also find your Venus, your attraction from somebody who you are connected in a either work environment or education or learning environment, or distance from you, or somebody from another city or state, maybe another country. You may have a lot of friends connected to the other cultures also, and you may be also somebody who likes to travel, go out, and you may have very good relationship also with people from around the world. A number of connections with people from different religions, castes, ethnicity may also come in, but big gains may come in connected to your learning. Now Venus is 10th from the moon, which means the better you're connected to your work, to your career, how you're able to establish strong relations at work, how much you're able to attach yourself to the work, how much you like to do what you are working with. The more you are able to do that, then Venus will be able to get you more prosperity, more abundance, more property also. And then through that you will also be able to make a lot of gains in your career and rise also. But on this other side, you may also be able to make better gains from a person who's of the opposite gender. Having a boss of the opposite gender may be better for you than from the same gender, and you may even strike a relationship connected to work, connected to career also. However, without being strongly attached to the work, dedicated to your work, nourishing people, supporting people at work, the best of results may not come in just because Venus is in the 10th house from the moon. But this can also give you careers related to IT, to finance, to a lot of luxury, glamour oriented industries as well. Venus going 11th from the moon means a lot of gains may come in from the social connection, social network. Now if you are an extrovert, this can be a wonderful placement because you like to go out, you like to meet with people, you like to let your hair down. So this may give you the best of gains. On the other hand, if you are an introvert, then you will have to be somebody who likes to, who may have to go out, meet with people, make those social connections, increase your social network, because through that the gains will come in. And through that you will also be able to make a lot of friends. You may also have friends from the opposite gender more than from your own gender. This is not about relationship with somebody, but in general the number of good acquaintances you have, or the people who you call good relations or good friends, may be more from the opposite gender. And this may also give you a good life. You will like to go out, socialize with people, let your hair down, and that may also help you long term. And in your rise in your career, you will also find that somebody from the opposite gender may be more instrumental, even if they are not their bosses. So working in large organizations, working for large causes, especially where the opposite gender is connected, for example working in an industry where you are catering to the gender which is opposite to yours, or maybe females, then you will be able to do very well. And connected to something which is connected to IT, finance, electronics, life's conveniences, all these placements, working in large organization, working for large causes, and being able to establish those network connections will make you good things. Venus 12th from the moon, which I have already explained in my video yesterday, where I put moon in the Lagna and Venus is already in the 12th house. So please see that video for Venus being 12th from the moon. So friends, now I've given you a clarity of how Venus in the 12 houses from the moon, if you put moon in the Lagna, what kind of results you may be able to get. However, please be able to see the placement of Venus and moon more holistically, looking at them exactly which house moon and Venus are there, and from there be able to manifest and understand at a deeper level what the manifestation or the meaning means, rather than at a superficial level.